How you guys doing today? This is a special episode of No BS, and today we'll have a guest, LBE4. I know you guys.
Hello.
Don't interrupt me again, or I'm gonna punch you in the vagina. Anywho.
Abuse.
Anywho. I know you guys are waiting for that Dark Souls episode of No BS, but still taking time on that. That's gonna take a long time.
You guys will never get it.
Shut up. Anywho. Today we're going to talk about Kingdom Hearts. As you notice, I have in the background Kingdom Hearts. In the wake of Kingdom Hearts 3 almost being announced and all of the demos that people were getting and all that good jazz and then, you know, everybody who wasn't at those damn, you know, events and stuff are like, wow, I can get no invite though.
Pretty fucking selfish.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not important, you know, or don't have money, you know, the other fans, you know, people like me and you who've been waiting X amount of time. Actually, I think y'all would say that you are a bigger fan than I am. You play all of the games. I have not. I have not played 358 days, nor did I play Coded. Yeah. But whatever, we're not important.
Should just release a public demo and call it a day is what I'm saying.
I agree.
And that shit would have made life a lot easier.
I totally agree.
But, yeah. So, with all the impressions and stuff that came out, what are your overall thoughts so far on Kingdom Hearts 3? Besides the fact that it's not coming out anytime.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
Well, looking at some of the things and hearing some of the stuff that I was hearing about it, there are certain aspects for it that I generally kind of, you know, I like the fact that there's no text boxes anymore. You know, I don't know if you guys ever who play Kingdom Hearts and stuff, and even, you know, we're going back and playing the first one, how it's annoying as hell, and it just looks downright ugly, not because it's the first one and it's dated, but just because sometimes we're standing there talking and their lips are just like just up and down, and they're blinking and barely blinking. It just looks really bad. Even the second one had that, and it looked completely stupid. And it's like, but some characters wouldn't even be doing that, and other characters are. Like, there's times when, like, okay, for an example, we're talking to, like, we're in Olympus or the Coliseum, and Phil is all animated and stuff, but then Hercules just has the little text box, or Hercules is just standing there just moving his lips and doesn't even have any animation. It looks really disgusting. So I like that they're getting rid of that in the third one. So I like that part for it. I also, at least, and this is just me going off of the continuous trailers of what I've seen, I do kind of like, and well, I think you can chime in on this part, a little bit more of what they're doing with Sora. Because in the past, you know, Sora's not the best Keyblade. He's not even a master, first of all. Not the best person with the Keyblade. Like, some of the other stuff that you would see, like Aqua and Terra and them do, hell, even Riku and some of them would do, and it's like, oh, but yay, everybody loves Sora, so he's the best. But now they're actually finally having him do stuff. You could have one more. If I can recall, wasn't it that you could have more than one keychain equipped now?
Yeah.
Yeah. About damn time.
That was fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cool. Fuck. Yeah, that was pretty badass when I saw that. My thing when it came to that, I was like, okay, that's great, but I feel like Sora is a little still behind the curve when it comes to the other Keyblade masters or every other Keyblade wielder in the series. You know, to this day, he's still, you know, he's just now getting extravagant shit for his Keyblade. When you got, I don't know, Terra and, you know, his armor just beating the shit out of you with, he doesn't swing the Keyblade. Let's just say that. He doesn't swing it as a normal Keyblade. He swings it as something completely different every time he fights you. Fucking No Heart. No Heart barely uses the Keyblade and beats the shit out of you with his hands, and then summons a whirlwind tornado of Keyblades. Fucking Master Xehanort was able to raise land masses at you. Vanitas was fast as fuck with the Keyblade. Aqua able to do everything in her grandmother. Vent was also fast as fuck with his Keyblade. So all of Sora's unique traits, he doesn't. I feel like he doesn't have any until part 2. But even then, I still forever say part 2 is the weaker game out of part 1 and 2. Simply because that fucking command shit made the game so fucking easy, even on the hardest difficulty. Just made it easy. You didn't really have to do anything.
Mm.
While the first one, it was like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to do this part. Oh yeah, you're definitely doing. Sephiroth, you don't have a triangle button to fight Sephiroth with. How you gonna beat Sephiroth without a QTE on the screen?
Without one, yeah, some of that stuff, like if you didn't do that triangle, and then even with the fight with Sephiroth in the second one, okay, you missed the triangle, but guess what? If you had one of the two abilities, either once more, or I forgot the other one was called, you didn't die. You just had 1 HP, but you still didn't die as long as you had one of those two abilities equipped. It was no sense of urgency. It was no sense of, oh, I can actually die in this game. I can actually die. Oops. We play the first one, it's just like you do stupid stuff that, like, what happened? Like, hell, even doing things, like, that's like, it's shorter, but you go into certain places like Night Before Christmas, and it's like, I'm just sitting here trolling around doing the dumb part where Oogie turns into the freaking house, which I still don't understand, and I still died.
Yeah.
But you can do, go back to Night Before Christmas in the second game, and then, or applause with Jack, which I don't know if for you, but I know for me that was at least like the second one, the second command, the triangle command with somebody from a world and stuff, where I would get do the most damage for it. So there's just no sense of urgency and stuff for the game. I still love the game by all means,
Yeah, it's still okay. I just, don't really think part 2 is the better game. It came to first. The first one had that how do you say it? The first one had everything to it, while the second one, it felt like they were just trying to increase the action. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I forgot what it was called, but yeah, it's like I think that's when when games are starting to be just a wee bit too easy. Like there's no, like, you go back to even games like, even if you go even before Kingdom Hearts 1, you go back to games like in the 90s and stuff like that, or later games and stuff, and these games were hard. Like literally games where it's just like, what? And it took me a month to beat this one boss. It took me, some weeks to beat him, or not even sometimes bosses. Just like getting past a certain area, and it just seems like when the second one came around, then it just was pandering to when games started to become just a wee bit watered down and a little bit too easy.
Yeah, and then don't get me started on the final mix version of the game. Oh my god. Oh my god. They added the limit for him. Oh my god. I remember I did my review, and that was one of the complaints. I was like, why the fuck did they add this in the game? It literally makes the whole game so easy, because you don't need Donald, you don't need Goofy, you don't need anybody. You transform into the limit form, and every time you do a move in a limit form or a limit move in a limit form, you heal. So it literally made every encounter past when you get it and unlock it pointless, because you could just do it. Oh, you had a problem with Sephiroth? Limit form. And guess what? He ain't gonna do shit to you. He gonna do that Sin Angel attack, and you're gonna do that Strike Raid combo or Ars Arcanum or Sonic and see what happens to him. You're gonna be like, you might go play the game like, what the fuck? Why did I just beat the shit out of him in under 2 minutes? Versus in the first one, where there's nothing you can do. Sephiroth's gonna beat the shit out of you. You have about a gajillion tries, but yeah, he's gonna beat the shit out of you. Yeah, but like they legit erased a lot of the. They erased a lot of the tension in the second one, and I hope the third one does not. It gains it back, but hence why uh, I'm so confused when it comes to all of the games. It's like the first one had it. Chain of Memories had the tension, like you felt like you could die at any moment. The second one was like, no, we're gonna go ahead and give you reaction commands. So half the time you just gotta pay attention to the screen. There are some hard bosses that don't have it, but then again, if you fight Zoldan right now and then you enter his reaction commands, don't use them, and then beat the shit out of him, you can literally beat that man in 2 seconds if you take all his reaction commands properly. 365 Days was the hardest game in the series because of a design standpoint and a gameplay standpoint, but mostly that design standpoint. So let's not talk about that one. Birth by Sleep. Birth by Sleep, to me, is one of the ones that it equals the pinnacle of that game. Not only because of their deck system, well, because the game is adequately hard. Even on normal mode, I struggled against Vanitas with Aqua and fucking Terra, because Terra is slow as fuck and Aqua is not as strong as any of the other two physically. So Vanitas beat the shit out of me, of course. And Coded was crap, so let's not talk about Coded. And then there's fucking 3D, and which I do say 3D was okay, but that's almost like the second best in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, simply because it's okay, it's serviceable, but the game does not make any fucking sense, because technically you go into the dream world, but you end up in the same planet, some of them, like the Tron planet, or you end up in Tron, which technically doesn't make any type of fucking sense in the slightest, simply because you go to Tron and it's like it advanced, because I don't know, you actually meet Tron and them and they remember you and everything, but I'm like looking at the screen like, wait a second, Tron wasn't a computer. How did you end up going to Tron? And how did Tron even advance? Should have been like Chain of Memories, where when you went to planets that you visited, nobody remembers you, because it's a fucking image that's from your heart. Yeah, that makes more sense. But that joint, I was just like, what? And then it also showed off the stupidity of my man Sora. And yeah, and Riku officially became a better Keyblade wielder within a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
He's the only one. Like, how do you pass the market? Oh wait, now I know how. Maybe Sora is like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and go get put to sleep while I'm already asleep. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna listen to Zigbar and talk to him and do all this. And I got put to sleep. You fell for our trap, Sora. You about to get put to sleep while you're asleep. That means you're in a coma. And then fucking Xemnas is like, hey, I may have the sexiest voice and I'm the coolest member of Organization 13. I'm going to beat the shit out of you now. But, far be it from me telling you that I'm distracting you, but I'm distracting you so you won't pay attention that you're being put to sleep. That's literally what happened. It's like, yo, what is wrong with you, Sora? That was so obvious that, he shouldn't have been surprised when he was like, what's going on? Why am I falling asleep? Well, maybe because you fell for the trap and you kept following the fucking person they said not to follow, because you're kind of a slow person. And he's too trusting sometimes. That shit blows me sometimes. Yeah, I believe you. I'll trust you. No, don't. Don't do that. That's like if you went to freaking Halloween Town and Oogie Boogie was like, hey, buddy, I changed my ways. And then you get shocked that he attacks you in the end. And you be like, what the fuck? Speaking of worlds, right? Let's go to Kingdom Hearts 3 with the worlds, okay? All right. At this point, right, in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, if we visit Atlantica, if we visit Halloween Town, if we know we're going to visit freaking Hercules again. But if we visit Atlantica, Halloween Town, or anything that we've already visited 4 times now, I'm gonna be pissed. First of all, right? First of all, I'm pretty positive Hook should stop. Maleficent should also stop. They both got beaten by Keyblade wielders.
Wasn't Maleficent revealed in the third one? Or
yeah, she was revealed. But I hope she's not a boss fight. Like in part 2, how she wasn't a boss fight. She shouldn't be a boss fight. How many Keyblade wielders beat her ass? 3. 3 Keyblade wielders beat the shit out of her. At that point, I'd be like, oh, maybe I should probably fucking stop. I mean, how many more Keyblade winners are going to beat her? Or Hook? Or Hades? Before they go, maybe I should probably stop attacking these specific
I was gonna say Hades. I love Hades, but I don't want to see him again. Like, unfortunately, we're going, and I guess I'm counting this one too because regardless of that, it's still part of the damn franchise, Mount Olympus. Like, oh my god, okay, Kingdom Hearts 1, we only had the Coliseum. Kingdom Hearts 2, okay, now we got the Coliseum, and then now we can also go to Hell. Now we can go where Hades is. Okay.
Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. You get to not only go to you get to go to the Coliseum, but you actually get to go to a single square in the town. Yay!
And Kingdom Hearts 3. Now we get to go to Mount Olympus.
Yay! No, I don't want to. Okay, seriously, I don't want to. Like,
I don't want to do that
the boss fight, and it looks pretty fun. But at this point, I don't. I'm like, yo, let me guess. We're gonna get to the top of the mountain. We're gonna fight Hades. And Hades is gonna do the same thing. You can't attack him while he's on red fire, but you can attack him when he's blue. Of course, that's probably how it's gonna be. Again, for like the 8th time, because you fought him how many times in the Kingdom Hearts franchise? And I'm including Chain of Memories. And then there was the thing that blew me the most thinking about it. Right? Fucking Ursula. You beat Ursula. You killed Ursula in the first game. Then you had to fight Ursula again in part 2. And why was part 2's Atlantica the exact same fucking story? What? And then why did you fight her at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3D? Like, now
I want to know why in the third one, why we had to sing and dance. Like, that was the dumbest shit. Yeah, the second one, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand. That was oh god.
I would literally skip that if you didn't get Cure upgraded. I'm serious. I would always skip it if Cure wasn't, if it was like fire that gets upgraded, I'd be like, yeah. You see about this planet. That's exactly what happened. And another thing about the planets, right? This world makes no sense, or this universe makes no sense. Okay. Because Birth by Sleep is in the same place. You see the planet order. Then you get to Kingdom Hearts 1, and then you see the planet order, and it doesn't make any sense. Then you get to freaking Kingdom Hearts 2, and the planet order makes definitely no sense. Radiant Garden, to where it is, from where it was in part 1 to where it was in Birth by Sleep, I'm like, all right, seriously, stop doing this. Because it's like the planets are moving. It's like somebody's playing pool with the planetary locations. Like, this shit is blowing the shit out of it.
I can pretty much get that. And go back to like talking about like the worlds and stuff. There's certain worlds where I absolutely like, again, don't really want to see, but I know we're gonna see it in the third one. All right, cool. They already confirmed Tangled is in there. That's fine. That's a new one. Mount Olympus confirmed. That's a new one. Toy Story. All right, cool. I am fine with what 6. They confirmed.
Yeah.
Big Hero 6. And we already know Frozen's going to be in there, which I fucking hate that movie, but I don't care. It's something new. But like you said, there's plenty of other movies and other things that they can touch or they can do to swap out. Like, as much as Night Before Christmas, Jack Skellington, we don't need to see him in the third one. We do not need to see him here. There's no point. I don't understand what else that we can do for it. Okay, in the first one you had it with Oogie Boogie. Then in the Kingdom Hearts 2 you had Oogie Boogie revived, so then we had to fight him. And then you had it for the second part going back there. You had the damn Christmas Town shit. Okay, cool. He's done. He is done. The only other place I would probably say that from the second one that they could possibly bring back, maybe Pirates of the Caribbean. That's because there's still got that many of them. Maybe you can bring back Lion King. Probably not, because Frozen's here, and Frozen is just like, well, you know what? That's just me going on the thing. But you can maybe bring back Lion King. You can maybe bring back Pirates of the Caribbean. Other than that, I don't really see any. It needs to be new places that we go to in 3. It does not need to be. Nothing needs to be repeated in part 3.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because a lot of the planet, and can we please get Destiny Island back? I would like to go back there, just at least once.
Oh, right.
just once, kind of fight Waka again, Titus, Selfie. Granted, two of those characters are from Final Fantasy X and one of them from Final Fantasy VIII. Kind of wish you could do something, but the shit is fucking agitating because it's like, yo, we've been to these planets numerous times. Now when we go back to them, it's like, yo, like Tron again. We've been to Tron twice. The second time in Tron was Tron Legacy. I'm fine with that. If you go back to Tron for a third time in Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm going to look at the game like, what are we doing here?
Like, there's some places, like, we don't even need that even have seconds or whatever like that. Like, okay, and correct me because I didn't play Birth by Sleep or Code or none of the other whatever. Did we go to, did we ever go to the Jungle Book?
No.
The fuck happened to the Jungle Book?
It is not owned 100% by Disney, just like Tarzan.
The Tarzan was on there. Tarzan was in the first one.
Yeah, but if you go to the beginning and load up Kingdom Hearts and you read the bottom, it does say who actually owns Tarzan besides just Disney.
Right.
Just like how you see Tim Burton. Like if you look at the beginning and you look at the bottom
when you begin in the game, you load it up. It's Tarzan. It's only two, Tarzan and The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's weird, because if you want to go by that case and that logic, then that means that none of them should technically be on. All of them should be on there because Tarzan is not an original. None of these stories are original stories from Disney. Tarzan's not original. Jungle Book started off as a book, not by Disney. Disney just decided to make their own twist on it. Same thing. I already told you what happened to Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid's not owned by Disney. That's how you get the siren joint, whatever, with the mermaids that's actually evil. Mermaids are actually not really all that good. You get, and Ariel actually, Little Mermaid actually dies in the book. None of the stuff that's pretty much on there. The only thing that technically, and the only reason they had Nightmare Before Christmas is because they wanted Tim Burton to originally actually do the whole thing. Tim Burton was like, well, I kind of don't really want to so much. So here, let me write you a script and do blah, 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 blah. If you want to put my name on it, cool, fine, but here you go, Disney. And they still, decided to put his name or whatever like that. That's why it's Disney, Tim Burton. Still then Disney's name is still part of it. You just have to also make sure you put Tim Burton's name on there. Other than that, he pretty much probably doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's
none of those movies and stuff.
It's one of his biggest money makers. I'm pretty sure he's okay.
And I'm pretty sure too that with the Jungle Book, they just came out with a movie that was Disney that was the live action. They're redoing a lot of stuff live action. So with the Jungle Book, they just did a live action one 3 years ago,
and it was crap.
Regardless if it was crap or not, they still came out with it. So I'm pretty sure you can put it in a video game.
Yeah. But regardless, right, for that one, obviously Tim Burton's like, I don't care. The Tarzan dude was like, no, I want my property. I don't want it in Kingdom Hearts 2. So it's all licensing and paying. He probably asked for too much money. We will never know. So yeah, we'll find out one day why Tarzan's not. Tarzan could be in could be in the new one, and I wouldn't even be surprised. I'd be like, oh, okay, that's pretty damn cool. You know what I mean? I wouldn't complain about that in the slightest. The problem is, who the fuck is about to be the villain of this Tarzan?
Right, like, I didn't even see the second one.
I don't know. I never seen the second one either. I watched the TV series a little bit, but I was the
TV series. They could probably do that from the TV series or something. I don't know.
Yeah, or they can make up their own thing like they did when you go to the second time in what's the name of it? Lion King. But again, my major issues were some of the things they just did and had you do in that game were kind of like it was padding at its finest. It was padding, right? So fucking like going to the planets twice, and that was one of the things I was kind of like, what the fuck? Going down later in my life, I was like, Kingdom Hearts 2.
I was so confused by that.
I was like, Kingdom Hearts 2 is a good game. It's just literally you have to go to the planets twice. Second time was literally for no reason half the time. Oh, you got to go to Atlantica to sing again. No, I don't want to. You're going to have to. That's why I like Atlantica from the first one. Atlantica is actually one of my favorite planets from the first one. One of. I didn't say it's like the best. It's one of my favorites from the first one. Simply because, hey, it's a little different. And it actually shows what you transform into, which is a mermaid. Second one, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want to sing. I didn't want any of that.
I thought that was like completely like downgrade. Like with the second one, by this point, I think that Little Mermaid 2 was already out, so you could have just had, I don't know, Ursula's sister. You could have had Morgana in this if you want to sit here and go. But it seems like that they're not really kind of. It seems like with Kingdom Hearts 2, they didn't particularly go with like, oh yeah, there was a Lion King 2, so let's go ahead and just pick Lion King 2. It seemed like they just was like, well, let's just kind of continue the first one our own way, which I can't really be mad about because it's like you're trying to build off of your own kind of story. But again, it doesn't make any sense because you was kind of basing it off the movies in the first goddamn one. I mean, in the first Kingdom Hearts, there's several lines and stuff that the villains and whatever would say and then do that was directly in the freaking movie.
Yeah, and then my major issue when it came to all that was mainly certain bosses didn't make any sense when he fought you. Clayton is one. How that man jumped 50,000 feet in the air when you know he didn't do that in the movie at all. They should have kept him the same. Hook was always okay for me because Hook, never did anything out of the ordinary, and he beat.
And I had a question too with Clayton. So if he can control that Heartless and stuff, right, and then he jumping 50 feet in the air, which is clearly not, human, whatever. Cool, and he controlled like the Heartless. Clayton was not there in that circle of villains. It was Maleficent, Hook, Hades, Oogie Boogie, and Ursula, right?
Yeah.
So, but why did Oogie Boogie? Why did he need a heart just so he can control the Heartless? But my man's Clayton. Clayton can do it off the break, and he got that little special boss Heartless, but Oogie Boogie couldn't.
Well, yeah. Let's. I guess it's because it's sticking in mind with who would be able to control Heartless. Like Maleficent, she's able to control Heartless. Fucking
Hades doesn't, because Hades is the Lord of the Underworld, so he doesn't particularly need to. He has Cerberus. Which I don't want to fight Cerberus again.
I really don't want to fight Cerberus again. I swear to God. Fuck, he was annoying in the first one. He was better in the second one because you had cough cough reaction commands and cough cough the drive forms and cough cough the limit forms. So when you fought him, you could beat the holy Jesus out of him without even a struggle. And fucking Kingdom Hearts fucking. I believe it's 365 days when you fought him because of the graphics. He stood in one spot, so that was fun. It's just some of the things in this game, in this franchise. I'm just like, yo, that don't make no sense. Like prime example, when you fight goddamn Scar, they should not have did what they did with Scar. It looks so stupid. Scar gets the ability to run in the air and make fireballs run and run in circles. He was possessed by Heartless. No. That's not how that works. So I was saying in my head, I was like, you might as well have just made a Heartless fight with him, or had him not fight and fight a Heartless in his steed or something. But yeah, hence why when you go back to the planet the second time, I'm not gonna lie, the Ground Shaker is one of my favorite bosses in the game, and he's pretty fun.
I love him. That whole sequence and stuff like that. That shit is pretty fun, especially when like you do, of course. Even ignoring the fact of doing, I know you don't like the limit commands and all that other kind of stuff, but that one, the reaction command and stuff.
Yeah, like the sequence is cool. It's just, it's not hard to do. You just hitting triangle, literally just you can tap it.
With Scar, I didn't understand that crap at all. And Pete was like, "Oh, anger and jealousy turned the king of Prylands into a Heartless."
Yeah, okay, that's how it works now.
Oh, okay. You just get angry and jealous. Okay,
but I understood for Birth by Sleep on what happened with what's her name, Cinderella.
I didn't get that far.
Her evil stepmother, right? The evil
Lady Tremaine.
He gets angry and then turns the carriage into a fucking Heartless. Fine, I'm fine with that. If Lady Tremaine had hopped on that battlefield and picked up like a stick and was beating the shit out of me or capable of beating the shit out of me, that's when I would have been like, no. No, that's not going down. That's not how this works. Like, hell, even the Peter Pan boss fight was realistic. Granted, you don't even beat the shit. You beat the shit out of Peter Pan for like a good minute, and then he stops the fighting you because Peter Pan realized after a second, maybe I should stop fighting this big motherfucker with like 80,000 muscles on his arms alone, and he's hitting me with this Keyblade, and I'm flinching seriously. Yes, you fight Peter Pan with Terra, and that is one of the funniest boss fights because you just see Peter Pan, hi, I want to try to stab you, and Terra's like, I'm going to swing my Keyblade now. If you're in the way, you're going to get hurt. That's why you hit it. You have to hit him like 8 or 9 times, and it's over automatically. That's the shit. But yeah, the reason why I like Birth by Sleep as much as I do, one, all the Disney bosses made sense. Hook was made sense. Maleficent. Okay, so for Hook, they kept him Hook. He didn't do anything out of the ordinary. You fight him on a small rock in the middle of an ocean surrounded by alligators, and he just swings his sword, because Hook is a master fencer. Fine.
Well,
okay.
Hook is a pirate, so yeah.
Yeah, and a master fencer. Fine. Great. That's cool. Fucking Maleficent is the only boss in Kingdom Hearts where I can excuse anything she does because of what she is and how she does her shit. So if I see her summon a meteor, fine. She could do magic. That makes sense.
You could say with Hades, because that's what I said with Hades, you don't really need to see certain people like summon Heartless or do anything. Hades is the god of the underworld, so it makes sense for him to get angry and like summon fire and fireballs and make the ground like fire come out and all that other kind of stuff. That makes sense. Yeah. Fine with that. I never had another problem with that. I didn't have a problem with Maleficent when she turned into the dragon because that's what she can do. That's what she's supposed to do.
Yeah. But like I still have a problem with Clayton, and I still have a problem with fucking what's his name? Oh yeah, Scar. I'm like, yo, this makes no sense. I don't care about this boss fight. It may be a good boss fight, but this shit is dumb. This shit is fucking stupid. What else? Who else? Oh yeah. That's why I like Birth by Sleep a lot again, because again it does make sense. A lot of the shit makes sense. Disney bosses make sense. Maleficent as a boss always will make sense to me because of what she can do. And all she did when you fight her was do her magical spells and stuff, like putting you to sleep or hitting you with like a bunch of fire and all that green shit that she does. And when Aqua's boss fight, and she hits you with the plant life shit and some of her gargoyle people. And you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. She didn't just go, I have a Keyblade now too. Whap, whap, you dead. No, that's not how that went. That would have been fucking stupid. I would have been like, yeah, this game can kiss my ass. Also, I also like the planet placement, by the way. In Kingdom Hearts, Birth by Sleep, the planets are fucking cool because you don't explore the planets 4 times, two times with the same character. You explore planets with 3 different characters and 3 different locations in the same planet. Prime example, you go on that damn spaceship from Lilo and Stitch. One person goes to outer space on that ship. One person goes to the core of the ship. The other person stays in the deck of the ship, and you fight Gantu. You fight 3 different bosses in that same area. You fight Gantu. You fight Experiment 6. The electrical experiment. One of Stitch's brothers.
625, I think. Was that 625? I think that may have been 625.
I don't know. But you fight him,
I can't remember.
And then you fight an unversed that has nothing to do with what's it called. And I'm like, oh shit, how do you do that? Oh my god, fucking! You go to what's the name? Radiant Garden. One person fights Vanitas. One person fights Zigbar when he was a human, which is Braig, and one person fights one person doesn't even fight. It has a boss fight on that map. You're like, oh shit. And all 3 of them fight the Trinity Armor because story-wise, all 3 of them fight the Trinity Armor at the same time. So that makes sense. But, all the other ones, you're like, okay. Everybody goes somewhere different. One person fights the carriage from Cinderella. One person fights an evil tree from Cinderella. And one person fights a fucking, fights a made-up unverse that has a drum kit. Like, come on. How do you do that with Birth by Sleep? 3D, I like 3D's bosses and stuff and the planetary stuff, but it's literally go to the exact same locations with both characters, and then like you fight a boss and the boss may be different. In fact, no, the boss will be different. And it's like, okay, that makes no sense. One person goes inside Monstro though, and one person fights outside of Monstro. That's the only difference between Sora and Riku, especially when it came to those stupid crab boss fights. While one fought the good crab boss fight, one fought an ass crab boss fight, which was ass. But then again, I could call Birth by Sleep Kingdom Hearts Minds and Magnet, while Birth by Sleep, no, Y3D is Kingdom Hearts Balloon Guy. The game. Why did it give you those spells, man? Fucking, especially with Aqua, all they had to do was hit Magnet Minds, boom, 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 dead. What?
Man, it. I don't know. I hope the game comes out this year.
Yeah, I hope they finally announced a release date. But then again, they said we're gonna have a release date next month. You mean during E3? Just say during E3. God damn you.
Yeah, I think Square Enix is on the 9th or the 11th.
Yeah,
I think it's on the 11th. That's when it's gonna be. So, yeah, sometime soon. But when I read comments and stuff, and everybody's like, "Oh, just let them take their time with it," I'm like, just letting him take his time with it. Like, how much more time do you need? There is no such thing as a perfect damn game. There is no such thing as a perfect game. There's games that we like. Hell, even games that I like, and I say that, would be Game of the Year, and it's beautiful, fantastic story. Horizon Zero Dawn, absolutely love that game, adore that game. Play the shit out of the game again. Is it perfect? No.
yeah.
Like, bruh, it's at this point, because, and then people are like, "Oh, you complaining about it? You still play it?" Well, I probably would. Yes, I would. But there's other people who's actually like, you know what? At this point, no, and you can't be mad at them.
Yeah, you can't really be mad at anybody at this point. Because I'm like, yo, I know everything, but for me, the more and more games that come out that aren't 3, the more and more the story gets stupid. And it's just me, because it's like, oh, Xehanort, the apprentice, was Terra's body being taken over by... No. Yeah, Xehanort, the apprentice, was Xehanort taking over Terra's body and becoming... Yeah, and then doing an experiment and getting split into 2 and becoming both Ansem and Xemnas. Granted, I love Xemnas to death, but I was just like, no wonder Xemnas is built like a tank. My man, it's done but Terra's body. Because, Terra was like just pumping irons when he wasn't, wielding a keyboard. He was like, and I was like,
them games.
Yeah, all the games. My man was just pumping iron. All like he go back to his room and all you see him is pumping iron. Like, yo, how are you so big? But,
all the games.
But then again, you realize that not only was he capable of being a master Keyblade wielder, so was goddamn Aqua, but Ven is the only one that's like, okay, yeah, no, you weren't that good. Until you later in the game where you're like, oh yeah, no, he's actually really that good. Yeah. And again, like I said, man, I hope in part 3, we not only have a lot of the repeated worlds, granted we already have Man Olympus. I hope and pray to Jesus Christ that we do not fight Xemnas again. I love him, but if I have to fight Xemnas a 3rd time, I'm going to spaz the fuck out. Because, oh yeah, little Xemnas going to be like, hey, I'm Xemnas. Look at me, we fight now. I'm going to be like, yeah, fuck you, game. Yeah, seriously. Like, come on, man. Why do we need to fight him again? Why do we need to fight him a 3rd time? We fought him once. Then we fought him in 3D. Why? What makes him, like, he is my favorite boss in Kingdom Hearts 2. But come on, son. I would like to fight, I don't know, Xehanort again. Probably like an older Xehanort. Maybe Sora and them needs to fight Xehanort. Which kind of brings me to Xehanort himself in Kingdom Hearts 3D. When you look at the opening. Now, before the ending of that game, in fact, Sora has never seen Xehanort. Why is the opening that shows them looking at Xehanort? I'm like, how would they know what Xehanort looks like when only one person by the end of the game would actually see him? Literally. One person. That's Riku. Riku knows what Xehanort looks like. So it's like kind of confusing on how Sora, how to keep looking. It's just a bunch of shit. I'm like, okay. And then Xehanort's plan is starting to kind of not make any sense. But, you know, he could have just, I don't know, go grab himself 13 versions of himself and he'd be good. Instead, he grabbed like 5 or 6 versions of himself and corrupted like 6 other people. So it's like, yo, you make no sense as a human being. How you gonna be the smartest man in Kingdom Hearts, but you're gonna be dumb enough to do some of this shit? Oh, I'm going to get 5 versions of myself from alternate timelines. Then I'm going to try to corrupt Sora's body to use his body. Then I'm going to try to get another version of myself. Then I'm going to mess with Zigbar. Then I'm going to get what's his name from the mad person from Organization 13. And yeah, that's it. And if I was anybody that was working with Xehanort, I would like, you know, there are many more alternate timelines where you can just go get yourself. In fact, one's right here. It's the young version of yourself. He fights Riku. He just use him. I don't want to do that. That might mess up the timeline. What? You be like, what you doing right now? You know, you're just fucking the timeline up. Oh, I think it's a little late for that, old man. Exactly what I had to say. It's a little late, old man, for that. You've already fucked it over. You're fucking it over as we speak by getting alternate versions of yourself and yourself from the past to help you out with your plan without telling him anything, so he could accidentally do something to fuck some shit up. Like, what if he went back in time to the wrong time? Like, what would you do about that? What do you mean? So you didn't tell him what to do in the past. You just told him a task to do and tell him to try to kidnap Sora. You didn't tell him not to kill Riku or do anything stupid. He could have did something stupid, and then you would have been like salty as shit. Why did you kill Sora before he left Destiny Island? You jackass! That's exactly what he could have done. Why did you kill Riku before my Heartless could possess him? You jackass! Like, come on. That's why I'm like, yo, you make no sense as a villain anymore. I just want his saga to end, and then after his saga ends, I want Tetsuya Nomura to quit making games. Like, seriously, this man takes 50,000 years to make a game. My man took from when I was a kid to now being a grown man for Final Fantasy 15 to come out. He also took from when I was in high school to now for Kingdom Hearts 3 to finally come out. Like, Jesus H. Christ. Oh, Kingdom Hearts didn't end properly. We should probably, Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh, yeah. Birth by Sleep. Okay. And then with somebody, I remember 3D's announcement, it was like Kingdom Hearts 3. D. What? So you told me. And if we visit Traverse Town one more time, I'm gonna flip my shit.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm just putting it like this. And we visit Traverse Town a total of 7 times now. Fuck you. I'm done. Okay? I'm done. You visit Traverse Town and coded 365 days. Fucking 3D. Fucking Kingdom Hearts 1. I mean, do we need to visit it again? Chain of Memories. Do we need to visit it again? Granted, the worst one is literally Chain of Memories. I'm not gonna lie, because it's not a place. You got to introduce. It's not good. Why the one in 3D didn't make absolutely zero sense, because it's like, now you got flow motion. We're gonna open up the town a little bit more. Like, I'm pretty sure this door didn't lead to this area. What's going on here? Did did you play test this game? Like, what the fuck? I wanted to... Like, especially when you got to that circus area, I was like, Tetsuya Nomura, come here, buddy. Did you play the first game? Yeah. So how does the 3rd district door lead to a circus, and then the circus area leads to the 3rd district? Does that make any sense? No. How? Sway? How? Where did this giant building come from? Where did it come from? Why? Like, bruh, Tron is the only world that makes sense because it's a fucking computer. It
It's
makes
a
sense.
computer.
You could easily change that shit. That makes sense, you know? But Traverse Town in 3D, I was like, what? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Oh, Julius is in the sewers. When? How? How did Julius end up in the sewers in Traverse Town? That don't make no sense. Well, in fact, where did this part of Traverse Town even come from? How did it even get here? Oh, no, it's next to the 2nd district. How? The 3rd district and the hotel are there. Where's the hotel? It disappeared. How?
Houseway.
Houseway? Where are the sewers? Where's Merlin's house? It's not there anymore. Yo, did you play your first game? Because I'm pretty sure all you had to do was expand on that one map. Because the only area of 3D that's exactly the same is the beginning when you walk into the town. That's it. After that, it's like, yo, where did this circus area come from? Where did all these buildings come from? What is going on? Why did you do this? Oh yeah. We got rid of the sewer. Julius lives in the sewer now too. Like, when did Julius get in there? He got in there between part 1 and 2. How?
Don't worry about it. It's pretty much.
Don't worry about it. Okay, that makes no sense.
Oh, well, I have a question for you, though, then, since I think, well, I don't know if you asked me this already, but is there any particular, I know of 1 to 2 places that you would particularly like to see in Kingdom Hearts 3, but just for you to go ahead and say it again, is there any particular place you would like to go?
Marvel and Star Wars.
I there you go. Star Wars was the one I was gonna say. Yeah, like I swear, I think you mentioned that if at E3, if they show just one little tidbit and at the ending they just show Darth Vader, or you just hear, I think we'll.
I think everybody would be satisfied with that. But you know what? Everybody would be satisfied the most with the fucking release date. They just start the trailer off. Here's the release date. All right, there's the trailer now.
All right, cool. This is coming out.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go, pay for my pre-order. Like, come on, bro. I don't care at this point. Like, y'all can show me all the trailers all you want to, or talk about we had specific YouTubers come here and play the game. I'm not gonna care anymore. I don't care anymore. I really don't.
I don't particularly want to hear. Yeah, whenever they post stuff like, "Oh, well, you get to go here," I'm like, "Release date." I always comment, "Release date." When is the release date? What's that? Oh, okay. That's all I care about. Just give me the release date. Like, if y'all gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, well, this game comes out," it ain't gonna be like this game's coming out next week or something, or 3 weeks from now. But like, can I get a release date, please?
It would be shocking if the game literally come out like 2 weeks after, and that's when I'd be like, "Oh shit, Square's doing something right." I'd be like, "Oh shit." Yeah. Right now, man, I'm like, at this point, I'm not focused on it. I've been playing I'm about to be playing Vampire. I've been playing Detroit, fucking Dark Souls Remastered, and Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Ass. Oops, I didn't mean to say Scholar of the First Ass. I meant to say Scholar of the Piece of Shit. Fucking Dark Souls 2 Remastered, the Scholar of the First Sin is the worst piece of shit I've ever played in my fucking life, and it's so fucking agitating how some of the shit they added to the game don't make no sense, but let me not talk about that right now. I don't want to mean the Scholar of the Piece of Shit. I'm talking about Kingdom Hearts right now. I've been focused on so many games lately that I just stopped caring. Hell, I stopped caring after I played Birth by Sleep and beat it on Final Mix, Critical, and when I played Kingdom Hearts 2, Final Mix, Critical, and then I played fucking 3D. And I don't know why I started that game on my 3DS, and then I stopped playing the game on my 3DS and literally played the 1.2.8 edition on Critical like a dumbass and beat the game finally. I was like, yeah, fucking the red eyes can kiss the whole broadest side of my fucking ass, as well as this young Xehanort can probably kiss the broadest side of my ass too. And the last boss is actually really tight in that game, which is Vince Armor. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Vince Armor is the last boss. It's cool. It's cool. That's the second piece of armor you fight. Imagine if you get to fight Aqua's armor. That'd be fucking cool. And speaking of 2.8, if they do another Kingdom Hearts 2 point whatever the fuck, or 1 point, or 3 point anything,
I'll be done.
I'm not buying it. I swear to God, I'm done. First of all, we got 1.5, then we got 2.5. Then we got 2.8. Then we got a 1.5, 2.5 remix on both. That finally came with all the goddamn games. And I was like, why the fuck did I buy 1.5 and 2.5? And then sold the bitches. Like, come on, son. You're making me waste my goddamn money. And then they're going to probably make 3.5. What's on 3.5 that we don't have already? Well, it comes with coded and 365 days. And the multiplayer works. I'd be like, 365 days is almost worth it. Too bad I'm not going to do that. Like, come on, son. 2.8 is literally pointless as a disc because it only came with one game and then a snippet and then a movie. The movie, which makes absolutely more it makes the storyline of Kingdom Hearts 2 times more convoluted than it needs to be because, you know, the master didn't make any sense. The 5 people that was at the beginning, like, they could have just made something about the Keyblade War and called it a day. Like, during the Keyblade War, that would make more sense. But what they did made zero sense. I was like, okay. And then, you know, the fragmentary passage with fucking Aqua, I was like, okay, cool. You get to see the later years of Aqua being stuck in the world of darkness. And all it did was explain how the door got closed at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, which no one really needed that explanation. It was pretty fucking obvious that he closed the door regardless. But the part that bugged the fuck out of me is it was like, oh yeah, we need to know why Mickey was shirtless in that scene. So he decided to blow his armor off. I was like, okay, I don't think that needs to be explained either. But, you know, you do you. I was like, we blew his armor? His armor got blew off? Really?
Naked Mickey.
Yeah, remember in the silhouette on the first one, you see Mickey come out, raise his Keyblade, but he's shirtless. You're like, okay, Mickey, why are you not wearing any like type of armor in the World of Darkness? Okay, that makes sense. And then next thing you know, you get the joint. You're like, okay, he got his armor blown off by the crowd thing of Heartless that you're fighting right now. And then he was like, oh, I'll help. And you see him raise the Keyblade, and there's still a silhouette. I was like, fuck you, all right. And then you see Riku, and then I was like, dog, you make no sense. Why couldn't Aqua simply just go, oh, I've been in here long enough. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close the door from the other side. There we go. Done. What? Second, it makes no sense. Oh, that door, the door to this day still makes no fucking sense. Is it a door of light or is it a door of darkness? Why does the door go to the world of darkness, but when you open it, it's like a thing of light? Huh? Can you explain that?
I don't. I don't think that.
And Zemnis got the same results. Oh, it burns. What? And then the only difference is Zemnis was like, I'm gonna open the door, but I'm gonna get 2 times powerful, and we're gonna fight in a very cool boss fight. Ansem was like, open the door, fade away. Like, what? But then you open the door, it's like a whole thing of darkness. You see a bunch of dark side heartlesses and shit. And I was like, yo, fuck this joint, man. It makes no sense. But yeah, that's enough of that shit, right? I hope the last boss is going to be good in Kingdom Hearts 3. And judging from what happened, they're still using the flow motion system, but they fixed it to the point where you can only bounce off the wall twice. Because in the fucking 3D, you can break the game by not having to fight shit by bouncing off the walls like your Mega Man X. You didn't have to fight shit. And then you could just land on them. Hence why by the end of the game, I probably was terribly underleveled. But, you know, that Ansem boss fight from Kingdom Hearts 3D can also kiss the broader side of my ass as well. Because that boss fight was unnecessarily hard. Oh, I have homing attacks in the darkness, and I have a bunch of homing attacks and attacks that are so large on the screen that me as Zemnis can kill you instantaneously. Oh, Ansem can kill you instantaneously. Yeah. You take those L's. I'm Ansem. Like, fuck you, bruh. But, you know, like I said, man, I hope we don't have to visit these same 3 goddamn worlds. I hope some of the Disney bosses are more creative this time. or we fight, new or heartless. Because I'm sick of fighting some of the same bosses. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight Hades at all. I really don't.
You say you don't want to fight who?
I don't want to fight Hades. I really don't. Or Maleficent. I just hope. I hope and pray to God Maleficent's on your team at some point. But I don't. I really don't want to fight her again. I don't.
Well, seeing as how many times she's been getting her ass handed to her.
She got killed. She got fucked up by three different Keyblade wielders, and it's like, yo, stop.
Pretty much.
Fucking.
Same with Hades. We done whooped his ass like what, twice now? Two, three times.
Twice between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and in Birth by Sleep, he got his ass whipped by Aqua. Aqua beat the shit out of him, and the Ice Titan at the same time. So he couldn't really do anything. So yeah, if we fight, oh my God, can we use another goddamn Titan besides the Rock Titan? By the way, I am sick of fighting that motherfucker too. This will be the second time you fought. There were a lot of Titans in the Hercules universe. I would like to fight the Tornado now.
I was gonna say, we haven't seen him. Like, bro, we didn't see the Ice Titan. We didn't see the Rock Titan. Fuck him. And like, we didn't see like the Tornado one. And wasn't it? What happened to the molten lava one?
I forgot about him. We haven't fought him either.
Remember, because he was pissed because he was walking and stuff like in the movie and stuff, and then he like kept leaving like his feet and shit or something like that. Besides the ice one, but yeah, there was the molten dude, and then technically there's the giant Cyclops that was also following him too. What the fuck happened to him? He was the dumb one.
Oh yeah, he's also a Titan. I forgot.
Yeah,
but regardless, it's like, yo, can I fight the Tornado in a cool boss fight, please? I would like to fight the Tornado. I just want to fight a Tornado. Let me fight the Tornado. Like, come on, cuz. But that's just me being wishful thinking.
I would like to go to a galaxy far, far away.
Okay, me too. I would like to have a Kylo Ren boss fight or a Darth Vader boss, something, or fight a Marvel villain as a boss. That would be fucking cool. Because you can hell. Let me fight Ultron with a Heartless inside of him. I'd be like, yes. He doesn't have a heart. Give him a Heartless ability or something. Give him Heartless shit. I'd be like, yay. That'd be amazing. Or give him a body. Or have like a Heartless be one of his bodies and he controls the Heartless. That'd be so fucking cool. Or give me the Red Skull. But then again, that wouldn't be a good boss fight at all. Because he can't really do anything.
Oh, God.
It's like I said, there's a bunch of shit they should be doing with Kingdom Hearts 3.
There's a possible. I mean, this is the only explanation why I would have to say why it took so fucking long. Like, if we don't see nothing Marvel in this fucking movie, if we don't get no Star Wars or Avengers, then I'm gonna be like, so what the fuck took this long? If y'all ain't putting either one of these damn characters in or something, or worlds and shit in there, you have it. Oh my God, like just complete. The possibilities for them sitting there with Darth Vader and shit. Like, you don't even have to put Kylo Ren. You don't even got to put them people in it or nothing for the new ones. But just the possibilities of that would just be, badass.
Yeah, I would like to fight a lot of things, and I would like to fight other worlds. I'm like, yo, you also have Final Fantasy too, right? Put some Final Fantasy worlds in there, at least some Chrono Trigger. Let me go to Chrono Trigger, see what happens. Like, come on, bro. And the secret boss better not be, and I repeat this, it better not be fucking Sephiroth. Okay? Make the secret boss somebody fucking else.
The one-winged angel again?
No! I'm sick of it. I would like to fight somebody else now. He's not even the best boss in Final Fantasy. It's anybody else. Hell,
he's one of the most well-known. Like, I don't even play Final Fantasy, and I know Sephiroth. Not even because Kingdom Hearts, but I've heard and known of Sephiroth. I don't even play Final Fantasy. People are on his
nuts. Like, shit. His and Cloud's nuts. Damn, son. Like, shit. Fucking, and if I have to explain what the fuck is going on with their story, you'd be like, oh yeah, no. And I'm not gonna go there. I'm just gonna leave him alone. Because, people love them Sephiroth and people love them some Cloud. And I'm like, okay, fuck off. But, whatever. It's not my thing, the place to say. I don't even like fucking Final Fantasy 7 like that. I like the game as a Final Fantasy, but past that, and I'm like, okay, I would rather prefer to play another Final Fantasy over this game. But, that's just me. So any other thing you would like to see or not see in Kingdom Hearts 3?
I don't know. They could possibly do summons or something like that, but at this point, it seems like why would they do it summons? It seems like that with them doing with Sora having him do the wall jump, wall running and stuff like that, him with the Keyblades and stuff. I think they made them down on certain aspects, so we may not see certain things in Kingdom Hearts. That was in Kingdom Hearts 2, like summons. I really I like doing summons and stuff, especially summoning Genie and stuff like that. It was one of my favorites because you could switch him between the forms that you had, whether or not you had Master Form, Final, Valor, or whatever like that and stuff. Switch him between which forms and stuff you had, which was always fun. But I would probably say doing summons would probably be something that actually, it's already somewhat been confirmed, because I don't know if they say that we are going to Wreck-It Ralph place, but they did say that you can summon him because you was at Toy Story and you was able to summon Wreck-It Ralph. So it just seems like there's just a bunch of stuff. I would probably say on the side note too, I would also possibly like to see us go to New Orleans for Princess and the Frog place. I think that villain, Fawcett, I think that he was actually really intriguing, very interesting and stuff like that, an actual villain, which is pretty good and stuff like that. If you look at Frozen, there was it's not really... I'm not going to go there. But anyway, yes, I think Princess and the Frog. I think if they put Tangled in there and Frozen, that they should, another princess, technically, because she is a princess. But I think that they should put Princess and the Frog in it.
Why is your dog acting like Chucky?
Was that him that opened the door?
Yes, and he just put his nose in the door and then walked off. Yo, what? But yeah, and for me, again, I just kind of want to see some new shit now. Like if I don't want to go back to Aladdin. There's nothing else you can do. Unless they I just want to fight new shit. I just want to stick to some new. I don't feel like fighting anything I fought in a million times already. I definitely don't want to fight Hades. You make me fight Hades, I'm gonna instantly go fuck. Granted, I do love James Woods, but Hades, nah. I don't want to fight that again. I'm good with fighting Hades. We're good. We're good, Hades. We fought 8 times now. I'm good. And of course, I want to see me some Marvel and some Steve Woods. Of course, who doesn't want to run around beating up the Empire and Steve Woods, or running around New York and fucking Marvel? Okay, come on, son.
I mean, to me, it makes sense. If you want to even go with the argument of trading stuff off, okay, we're going to Monsters Inc., so that's a world where we actually transform and have to, put on different, look like an actual character in that movie, in that world and stuff like that. So you got that. Same thing with Toy Story. We also have to transform. We look like little toys and stuff that's there. Yeah. I suspect that if it has been confirmed with Wreck-It Ralph, it's just been confirmed that he's been summoned, but I should imagine that we possibly would go there. If we go to Wreck-It Ralph, we already look like cartoons and stuff like that. But you turn off one place, Pirates of the Caribbean, that had, that was a real live movie and stuff like that. You could trade that off for going to, someplace in Marvel with the Avengers or something like that. That's one real life for a real life. So that can work and stuff. So...
yeah, and imagine if we play in the Infinity War. Oh man, that would be so cool. Or Doctor Doom would be the villain. Oh man, I just thought about that.
Dude, yeah, the possibility.
Control Heartless. Oh my god, that would be so cool. You see Doctor Doom raise his hand, and next thing you know, Heartless come out of nowhere, and he's like, "Yes, I found a way to control these motherfuckers." And then, he hits you with that foot dot. Oh man, don't get me dreaming.
Just saying, a sword, it's just standing there. You just see Darth Vader and just, and then you just zoop. Come on now, come on now. I would, yeah.
I'd have an orgasm.
Just shut up, take my money. Oh, well, this game's $70. No, I get to go fight Darth Vader. Then I'm fine. That just be completely just awesome. Like it's just a lot of stuff that it opens up to, and that's honestly besides the fact that it's the same person and wants to take his time and stuff with it. Even though we got other Final Fantasy games, but that could be another possibility. Is the reason why this game also took so long.
It's because it's Tetsuya Nomura, and it's actually going to be a topic that I will talk about later on the podcast. Are they making too much? Are they using too much money to make games these days? Hence why the release dates are that, and it kind of goes hand in hand with are they announcing games way too fucking early at this point? And to me, that's the reason. But we'll talk further on that on the podcast because I'm getting sick and tired of some of these games going. Oh yeah, we're announcing this game today. When's it coming out? 2050.
Yeah, wasn't this game announced like 3-4 years ago?
Like 3-4 years ago. And as you can see, it is now just about to finally certainly most likely get a release date that might come out within now in the next 5 years.
Yeah, so I'm just like, oh, okay. Yeah, this game's been announced for quite some time. They teased us with something, and they started teasing us more with Tangled, and it's like, okay,
yeah, maybe give us a demo. Oh wait, 2.8 has the little thing with Aqua. I'm like, that's not a demo for Kingdom Hearts 3. That's just the engine. I could care less about the fucking engine.
All right. Any other notes and stuff like that, sir? Anything else you would like to add on?
Nope, I'm good to go from here because at this point, like I said, I'm good. I just want to say I hope it comes out. If it comes out this year, if they announce it and it's within 2 weeks, I'm going to be hyped. But other than that, I'm just again focusing on every other game in the dictionary besides that shit because I have games to play for days. And then I got my Yakuza about to come out. I got my Vampire about to come out. Then I got my fucking Detroit that I'm going to play and beat. Second channel, link below. Other than that, man, I have nothing else to say. Do you have anything else to say? Because we're about to sign off.
Nope, I'm good.
All right,
just we'll see what happens on the 11th.
It's coming. They say they're going to announce it on the 11th.
June 11th that's when it's supposed to be announced because I believe that either June 9th or I think it's June 11th as that Square Enix's whatchamacallit time.
Oh yeah. They will have to announce it on that day.
If they don't say nothing, then no.
Yeah, I'm done. Like I'm literally telling you this now. I'm done. But other than that, all right. See you guys later. This very long episode of No BS. I was like,
see ya.